Boom shakalaka, this insane Bitcoin chart shows a buy signal for the first time since November of 2020, plus a $500 million bet on Ethereum's EIP 1559, and Michael Saylor saying Bitcoin could 500x from here. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're taking a look at this insane chart behind me. Plus we have some great news for Ethereum and also Michael Saylor saying Bitcoin could 500x from here. Before we get into that, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and come and join us over on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove, where every week we give away one of these sweet shirts you too could win. Now, I'd like to say that right now we are in the quiet before the storm. Some people are bearish on Bitcoin, some people are bullish on Bitcoin. There's some FOMO, very little FOMO right now. There's some FUD. Basically, the price is going sideways. Nobody knows where it's going to go. This is the quiet before the storm. Because despite what the technicals may look like, despite this head and shoulders pattern, despite this death cross right here, we have fundamentals that are absolutely insane for Bitcoin. And as we can see here, we have a double wedge pattern, a wedge on the RSI and a wedge also on the overall chart that are set to break out by, say the middle of July and also by November. So we're going to see some fireworks coming up soon. And while the price may come down, it certainly could. You can't always rule that out with Bitcoin. There is a greater likelihood based on fundamentals that the price could go up. Michael Saylor saying it could go up 500x. We're going to go over that later in the episode. Now, one of my favorite traders over on TradingView, a guy who goes by the name of Trading Shot, he's saying, hey, we might be closer to the bottom than we think. So he has this price peak, and then after the peak comes down, bounces off the 1 week MA50, and then comes all the way back down to the 1 week MA200 before it starts going back up again. So this happened in 2018. It also happened here in 2019 where it bounced off of the 1 week MA50 and then went all the way down to the 1 week MA200 with the COVID abnormality. And then we went all the way back up. And right now we're on the 1 week MA50. Might we have some other type of anomaly that sends the price all the way down to potentially $13,000 before we have a recovery? Difficult to say because like I said, you can't predict it 100%. But the on-chain metrics, the fundamentals have never been stronger for Bitcoin. We're going to experience a supply shock unlike anything we have ever seen in Bitcoin's entire history. As a matter of fact, this chart right here shows a signal that has not flashed like it's flashing right now since, say like November-ish, January-ish, somewhere in this area. Okay, so we see this green bar for the first time after a red bar. That hasn't happened since January. And in January, Bitcoin price was just shy of $20,000 before it went up to $65,000. We could potentially see a 3.5, 4x from where we are right now. This is William Clemente showing a new signal. The exchange flow bands, green buy, red sell, just flashed the first buy signal in over 3 months. The last buy signal was back here in the end of March before Bitcoin price went from 50,000 to 65,000. But the last time a green signal flashed after a red one was all the way back here in December, January. I think that was December, before Bitcoin price went from like $15,000 to $65,000. So this shows exchange flows are in accumulation. This is an amazing sign for Bitcoin. Not only that, but we have on the spot exchange net flows, as the price grinds sideways bearish, coins are being scooped off the exchanges at very bullish rates. The latest sizings of withdrawals versus deposits are at local highs at levels that signal a bottom whales are scooping. If you take a look back here in May, June, it was the highest from withdrawals and deposits. Now it's gone all the way down there. If we take a look at the difference between this peak and this valley where we are now, it has never had this big of a drop since 2019 or 2020 right here. However, the last 2 times it did something like this was right here when Bitcoin price was around $10,000 before going up, or we could say right here in November when Bitcoin price at the worst would be like $12,000 before going up to $65,000. So those are 2 insane signs for Bitcoin. I think that we're seeing the quiet before the storm because everyone's accumulating right now waiting for the next giant move, and really nobody's selling. Now, not only for Bitcoin do we have this going on, but for Ethereum. Now, people say that Bitcoin's value comes from its limited supply, its scarcity, and they say that Ethereum's value comes from its network effect. Well, turns out after EIP 1559, Ethereum is also going to have some significant scarcity, equal to 3 halvings happening all at one time. Now, you ask me, what does that mean? Well, basically, the sell pressure after EIP 1559 goes from 22,500 Ethereum per day to 15.7 thousand Ethereum per day, all the way down to 2.6 thousand Ethereum per day. This drop from 22,000 to 2.6 thousand is a 90% reduction in supply. That's calculating a triple halving. So it's 50% times 50% times 50%, or 50, 25, 12 and a half, roughly. That's 3 halvings taking place all at one event. Now, when is this event happening? Well, it's proposed right now for August 4th. The EIP 1559 upgrade is just 26 days away now. And this one whale right here has bet $500 million on this Ethereum protocol upgrade. If we can take a look here, he actually put it into 133 different wallets, a whole bunch with 32 ETH and then a few with 800 ETH, but a whole bunch of different ETH equaling $500 million. He's betting big on this Ethereum protocol upgrade with the triple halving event, and I would think so as well. If you don't believe me, you could check out this video right here where I'm talking all about Ethereum and all about the Ethereum upgrades. But some of you want to know, hey, you said Michael Saylor said Bitcoin is going to go up 500x. I want to hear about that. Well, turns out Michael Saylor just tweeted the other day, sovereign debt has a negative real yield and no longer serves as a store of value. Capital is being forced out of this asset class into riskier investments, creating a monetary premium on real estate, stocks, corporate bonds, etc. The solution is to replace bonds with Bitcoin. So you might have just heard this the other day where the 10-year just broke below 1.3%, dropping to levels we haven't seen. That basically means that modern monetary policy is broke. They don't know how to do anything other than just keep dropping the interest rate, and you can only go down so low until you're in the negatives. Well, right now it's pretty much a negative real yield. He says the solution is to replace bonds with Bitcoin. Well, if we take a look at all of the bonds in the world, we take a look at all the world's money in one visualization, the global debt, that would be aka bonds, is roughly $253 trillion. Right now, market cap of Bitcoin, like $500 billion. Guess what? That's like 500xing the total market cap of Bitcoin if the money goes into bonds. So yes, Michael Saylor saying, hey, potentially 500x the price of Bitcoin. I can't even do the math in my head of what that would be for one Bitcoin. But guys, it's looking great. I think this is the quiet before the storm. People are asking me now, should I buy? Most likely, yes. Could the price come down? Most likely, it's possible. And I'm not a financial advisor, not telling you what to do with your money. But I would say now is as good a time as back when Bitcoin was $10,000 to buy, because we're just going sideways until all of a sudden, boom, price is going to go up. So if you enjoyed that, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also come join us over on Twitter to win one of these shirts, and I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.